Steam, gaming platform of choice for PC. How many of you guys out there are guilty of buying games in deals which you never intend to play or even finish? Join me as I play through my Steam library and finish the games I never thought I'd ever play. Hi guys, Borgio here, back with the Arcania playthrough. Just to let you all know that from this video onwards through to the end, I actually sat down and recorded all in one sitting. Sorry that I'm speaking over the subtitles, but you can read them and I think it's quiet anyway. So, the main thing to note is that this is post-com, and it will be post-com on all the videos. This is due to the fact that the last few parts were all recorded in one big go, but my kids are off school now, and anybody with children will know how awkward it is to do any sort of commentary at all whilst they're awake running around screaming in the background. So right now it is 11 o'clock at night, and I'm sitting down to do the commentary on this first part, and I've got to admit, I played this about a week ago, and haven't got around to doing the commentary as I've been getting over a cold, which is great. I've still got it now, so sorry for any sniffs and stuff which might be on this video, but we will crack on. So, from what I remember, I got to this town, and I had to speak to this guy, and this is the worst thing about doing post-com, I'm just going to let you know, is forgetting exactly what was going on. Now, I do remember I need to find the obelisks from the beach. It was still fairly simple to find them because you can actually see one right up there. I think that's one. So we're just going to head down, and this is the first thing that got me. I was like, okay, what's going on here then? Oh, zombies. Great. So a whole load of zombies on the beach. Now, fairly simple to kill. I mean, I don't think I actually changed my weapon for the rest of the game now, so I stick with this. I tried to... this is a bit of... a spoiler, I suppose, for a further part, but I did try and change my weapon at one point, but then I didn't get enough ore when I was in... Oh, in fact, I wasn't changing my weapon, sorry. But I didn't get enough ore. I decided too late that I was going to actually do some crafting, but no. I didn't pick up enough ore along the way, so in the end, I didn't bother. So this weapon carries me through the rest of the game. I'm sure there's better weapons out there, I didn't look. Now, as you can see there on the beach, just at the top left of the screen there, is the actual thing I need to click. But I think I needed to pick something up first off that corpse, so I'm going to fight this fallen militiamen, which are all over this town. This town was quite annoying, to tell you the truth. When you get to this town, you can't just run along the path and follow the road now, because it's blocked off at certain points. So when a bit further on in some of the other parts, you're going to see where you need to go around the town and actually kill certain things or pick certain things up, and you think you're going the right way, and then it's blocked off, and you've got to figure out a different way to get there. So apologies now for some of the later parts, because they are going to be very bitty with me running backwards and forwards a lot. But still, for now, cut down on the beach, generally quite easy. I was quite happy to be playing at this point as well. It was a lot easier to play without having to worry about commentary at the same time, and I could focus on exactly what I was doing. So here we are. Quite happy now to be one game down in the Steamathon. The next game was going to be Awesome Noughts, but I did some checking of Awesome Noughts, and those that have played it obviously are aware that it is pretty much just a multiplayer only game. So with no single player to speak of, I'm not playing it. So I've installed it and I've played it a bit multiplayer, so that's fine. But it's not a game within the rules of the Steamathon for me to complete. So I believe the next game is one of the Batman ones. I think it's Arkham Asylum, because that appears next to my list. I think it's Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition, which looks fun. I mean, I played a little bit of Arkham City and liked it, so Arkham Asylum should be pretty cool. And I've got Arkham City after that. So next couple of games are Batman games, which I'm looking forward to, definitely, having not played them before. But what else has been going on? I'm just going through a bunch of pots and stuff in my inventory while we run this quest. But what else has been going on? I've been playing a bunch of stuff, I suppose. Final Fantasy XIV a bit in the MMO front. I've been playing Diablo 3 Test Realm. A lot of Payday the Heist. Oh, sorry, I take that back. Payday 2. I've been playing a lot of Payday 2 with my friends in a group of 4, which is good fun. It's always fun. So yeah, generally pretty busy. My wife's been off work for the last 3 days. She's back at work tomorrow morning, so this gives me ample time now while she's gone to bed for me to record this commentary, which is great. It's kind of hard again with the wife as well being off work to record anything resembling a commentary due to the fact that she tends to walk around and make noise, and I don't have a dedicated space for our computers. They just happen to be in our front room because that's where the computers fit. So I have mine and hers next to each other in the front room, but with the kids around, you'll hear the TV and all sorts. So unfortunately, until, you know, it's a few who knows what the future holds, this is the setup I have. But here's where I think I get rocked by these a bunch. The big bit of advice when fighting these guys is don't let the guys with two-handers hit you. Make sure you roll out the way. Any archers, archers didn't really bother me much in this whole playthrough. Casters, yes. Nuke casters down as fast as you can. Archers, though, they tended not to do that much damage, but two-handed users do. So make sure roll them. I started to use power attacks a lot more as well. So you see, I'm going for this archer. I should be going for that mage, but I think I might peel off. I roll just to be sure. Here we go. Right. Main thing, power attacks. I started to use them, and I think they did start to do more damage. I'm not sure. I started to use them at random points, but I was still doing this to the left-click spam, which works at the best of times. I can't remember if I actually died in this whole playthrough. I tend not to watch my footage back after I've made the videos. I just give it a quick scan to make sure it renders fine, or as fine as it does sometimes. Yes, I'm aware some of the parts look a bit blocky. That's just unfortunately the render program kind of failed a bunch of times and I had to change some settings, but it should be fine. So I'm not sure if I died. If I did, leave a comment, let me know. I can't remember. I definitely don't die in anything from here on till the end. Sorry, spoilers, I don't die. I come very close. I think I ended up with 3 hit points. You'll see later. It's great. So funny. I'm such a tool. I thought I could do something and I couldn't, but I found a merchant in a bit who sells loads of pots, so I basically use all my money to buy potions. So anyway, come back up and speak to Ningle. I'll let you hear the cutscene. Wonderful cutscene.
I can sense a magic flow. Here's the key to the Market Bridge Gate. It's in the northern part of the market quarter and leads to the harbor.
What? I really didn't need to go to the obelisks?
You certainly did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given you the key.
You tricked me.
Why? You activated the obelisks and that gets you to the harbor.
So he had the key all along, as is fitting with most RPG games. It's a big trope in RPGs is you want to do X, but you need Y. Certain person has Y, but won't give you Y unless you do Z. So it's always the way. So we did Z. Here's where we got to go. So we go through the gate. Da, da, da. And then it's all, a lot of the paths are now blocked off by this blue force field. It's quite annoying at the best of times, but whatever. I tried to go through it just to see what would happen, but nothing. So I figured, oh, I'll just walk around, go through this house, but no. Any doors that are shut which you can't open, you hear some people shout stuff, and there the text appears top left of the screen as you just saw. What we want to do is we don't need to go and see Diego. These are the sort of barricades you'll see all around the place. So I had a look down here and figured, I'm probably going this way. And I don't know why I grabbed this. I didn't actually do anything with it in the end. Maybe on another playthrough I might do more crafting or spend more time just exploring the world and leveling, but I wanted to get through it. Can't go in there. Can't jump the fence. I didn't try. Okay. So this is the dock, and I figure... It says here, look, the lighthouse. Come to the lighthouse. Come to me. You know, I would have done, but I decided not to because it wasn't part of the main quest. I could see my thing there. I heard the spawns of the zombies. I noticed, I heard when you attack the zombies and they're coming out the ground, you can hear that you're hitting them. So swing away. They'll take damage as they're spawning, which is nice. Less effort, the better. Swing, swing, swing. This is the one part where there's a barricade here, but you can speak to... I go in here just to loot the house. There's a barricade up here with Diego on the opposite side, and you can actually speak to him over the barricade and even jump it. So, this is the one barricade you can jump. I think that's the point of it getting knocked down, is so you can sort of jump over it. But here's Diego, evidently. Mr. Sean Connery from Highlander.
See you again. I found the forge in the Forgotten Temple.
Then Lirka was right.
Lirka?
Forget it. It's good that you're here.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for Milton. He's late. But tell me, what did you...
Yes, it exists. The forge does exist, yes.
The forge really exists.
The forge is real. I found something more important in the temple.
What?
The truth. My revenge will have to wait. There is something more important here than I need to take care of. Gorn says you're looking for a way into the fortress.
Yes. I need to speak with Daka very urgently. But the fortress is blocked off. Any stranger is immediately suspected of cooperating with Drorhang.
Who is Daka?
The King's master spy. She's the only one still on our side. With her help, we could convince Hagen of our innocence.
Your innocence?
Drorhang brought us into discredit back then. He wanted to get rid of us. Together, with Hagen's troops, we might still be able to save this town.
How do we get into the fortress?
Milton said he'd bring someone who could smuggle us in. But I think it's unwise to put all our eggs in one basket.
What do you intend to do?
Go to my place and discuss it with Lester. All he's been doing for the last few days was searching for a way to get into the fortress.
How can I get to your place?
Simply follow the harbor street until its end, and you'll reach a gate to my place.
Right, I'm going to admit, I was confused as hell about what was going on in the story right now. I was like, Drurhang, who the hell? What the jiffy am I doing here? So, this is the merchant, right there, Snips, okay? He sells 999 of, like, food, potions, all that good stuff. So, just grab cash, buy the potions, all good. I was like, oh, okay, wow, there you go. 999. They're 1500 each, though, so it's a bit, ooh. But he does sell food, so it's like, job's a good one. And bandages, so I was like, alright, let's sell everything I can to this guy. I think I'd sold earlier, though. I was like, oh, God, can I be bothered to sell all this stuff? And I was like, not really. No, I can't. Lazy of me, I'm well aware, but I was like, oh. So, in the end, I think do I buy some potions? I think I buy a couple of potions, don't I? And then with the change, I buy food. Yeah, I do. I buy like the not the apples. I buy those dried cod. I just buy loads of those because you've all seen how OP just spamming eat is during combat. Now, saying that, you're going to see later on in some combat, I was spamming eat, and then it was actually doing an animation to eat the food, so it was stopping me attacking. So yeah, nice of the game to actually start doing that towards the end of the game instead of throughout the whole thing. Never mind though. This is the last town right here. I spend a good 2.5 hours exploring this place, getting lost. But I will say I'm quite happy with how the story turns out. I'm not going to spoiler it now. You're going to wait and see how it all goes, guys. But if you have played Arcania or any of the other Gothic titles, I've heard the Gothic 2 and 3 are actually more highly regarded than this one. But this is the first one I've played, so if they're, it wasn't bad. I had fun playing it. I possibly will have another sort of playthrough on my own time at some point when I find time. Yeah, level 23, woo! But right now, maybe I'll pick up Gothic 2 or Gothic 3 at some point and play through those. I'm a huge fan of RPGs. It's my main sort of games of choice, be they proper... No, I'm not going to say proper, take it back. Old school sort of RPGs, Baldur's Gate style, Neverwinter Nights was great, I loved that. Icewind Dale, that sort of style. I like action RPGs, I love Diablo, 1, 2, and 3 for how it is. I still enjoy playing 3. Torchlight, those sorts of RPGs. First person RPG, I think I played Wizardry 8, that was good. That was my first Wizardry title, I liked that one. God, I've been playing RPGs for years, so I really like them. That I love RPGs. I'll play all sorts, but that's my main. Here we are, here's Lester. I was like, oh yeah, Lester, that guy. Forgot about him.
I see you survived your exertion.
All the characters just seem to magically appear here, before I got here, which was a bit weird.
Milton hasn't turned up yet. How are you doing here?
We haven't found just one way into the fortress, but 3. However...
Right, so this is a bit of a choice. You can choose which tactic you're going to use, and basically, one's for a warrior, one's for a mage, one's for a rogue, so yeah.
Jilvi and Doranis? What are they doing here?
You'd better ask them yourself, my friend.
So obviously, I basically went for the straightforward one, because I was playing a warrior, and I was like, I'm so close to the end of the game, I just need to get it done. So I'm like, no, it's not that one. And they're all out here. And they all offer different quests. So I spoke to Rorta first, and he luckily was the warrior one.
Is the meat all right?
Add does the saying go?
And if I remember rightly, wasn't this the guy that I gave the Me Too outside the bandit camp and the bridge in the first area? I think. I can't remember.
You know the way to the castle.
I took a closer look at some of the old town maps. Diego gave them to Duranis to study. But the fellow thinks his own plan's much better. But I found something on the maps.
What have you found on the city maps?
In the occupied part of the market quarter, there's an old alley. It leads along the southern end of the trench, along the fortress. I'll kick my own arse if it doesn't lead into the fortress, right?
Is there a catch?
Well, you'll have to fight a way through these bloody sacks of bones, but it shouldn't be a problem, right? You just blow at them and they'll fall over.
Smelling of booze like that? Absolutely.
Haha, funny joke.
This quarter's ideal for close combat. If you take a close look at the map, you'll notice...
I think he's trying to give you tips here that you should try and LOS as much as possible to bring things round into sort of a big lump. I can't remember if I actually did that. We'll find out in a bit, I imagine.
Whack 'em with one sword blow.
With one sword blow, I wish.
I'll check out the old alley.
Yes, do so. And take this key.
What's it for? Looks pretty old.
A trader on the marketplace slipped it to me while I asked around about a secret passage. It should fit the door at the entrance. Give it a try anyway, eh?
Okay, give me the key and I'll try the door.
Sure. Go teach him a lesson.
I'll teach him a lesson. So I speak with Gilvy just to make sure, because it says there, find the secret passage or talk to Gilvy or talk to Duranis. So Gilvy was here, so I had a look and she had 2 quests, believe it or not.
What is it?
Our guild's emblem
So right then she's chatting about this golden arrowhead. I was like, what the fuck, woman? Sorry for the F-bomb. Why do I need to do this for you right now? I'm busy trying to save the world or whatever it is I'm trying to do. And you want me to find an arrowhead? No. So I'm like, I need to get in the fortress actually.
You need to get into the fortress by all means. Lester says you know how to get in there.
Yes, I came across a man by the name of Snark.
Snaff, great name.
King's cook and needs to get into the castle himself urgently. But the undead has
Right,
surrounded
I remember this quest.
him. Clear the way to the fortress and get him in there safely.
Basically, it's an escort quest. I was like, no way am I doing an escort quest in this. Knowing my luck, there'll be a friendly fire on, and I would smack it. Smack him, so I was like, no. Just no. Yay for teleporter, which doesn't work very well, but there's a teleporter. And Duranis is in here, and he, like, barges me out of the way.
Who stands before my tired eyes? Welcome.
Lester says you know a way into the fortress.
I'm working on it, that's right.
So where's the hitch?
The counterpart of this teleport circle lies in the fortress, but as long as we haven't been there...
We can't teleport there. Why are you wasting your time on this?
Because it's possible to activate the stone circle with a command rune from a distance. I created a golem and sent it to my shop to bring me Milton's old command rune. But I'm beginning to get worried.
About the golem?
He should have returned long ago. He might have been damaged.
Why is your idea better than Rorder's or Gilvy's?
I figured I'd go through the options with the quest dialogue to actually have a look, see how it goes.
Searching for a golem shouldn't be difficult for a
But it says there, look, search for a golem should be different cunning mage. So this is the mage path. So I was like, fine, I'm not doing this then.
melee attackers. Well, I do it myself, but to be honest, I cast my last combat spell 10 years ago.
I was like, no, I'm just going to fight skeletons. Skeletons with an ING. That's right. So I'm finding the secret passage. We're doing that. So I was just having a quick read, going, where is this? It just says the secret passage into the fortress from the trench behind the market district. So I was like, I think I get a little bit lost. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm like, can I go this way? No. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. So that gate did catch me out because you have to click the right one. And then I was like, so there is no point going this way whatsoever. Let's go back. Kind of annoying. But then he said it was at the trenches. So there is a giant trench that runs around a lot of the town, actually. It's quite easy to find. I've actually ran past it a couple of times. But this was me right here. Sorry about the freeze. What I've actually done at this point was I think I was double checking. Yeah, there was a slight cut there. You might have just noticed it. I was checking for which way to go. I think I was checking which way to go on just on the internet, just to have a quick look. But I don't think I actually found anything. I didn't find the right way. It definitely didn't show me, so I was like, right, let's go for a walk. I figured if I found some undead, like I did just there, it's probably the right way. Which isn't generally a bad idea, until I started realising a bit later on that these mobs do in fact respawn. So I thought I was going the right way at some points, and the mobs were still there, and I was like, And it wasn't until much, much later, very close to the end of the game, I realised they respawn, and I was like, I've been a bit of a fool. Never mind though, here's the mage, so you can watch my hit points there. And this, in fact, just over this trench here, fence here, is the trench they're on about. Okay, you can't get down to it from here, but it is down there, as you can see. So that is the trench that they're on about. It's basically like the moat that runs in front. So I pull my sword out here, and obviously to attack that guy down there, and obviously a zombie spawns. Of course it does. But you're going to see the sort of damage that... Oh, maybe you won't. Just watch my health randomly throughout these fights, guys. You're going to see I get rocked, absolutely rocked by some mages and the two-handed guys at some points. So I thought, I'll just jump over the bridge. You can't jump over the bridge. I did try. But we're going to own up this mage. And again, this is the main entrance to the keep, which would be great, except it's blocked off and you can't jump it. Of course you can't jump it. Why would you be able to? The developers want you to go this way, so you will go this way. Stay on the rails, damn it. Although, saying that, this game has been fairly free with how much you can explore the outer world, so fair enough for the last little storyline bit, it's a bit on rails. That's the way it is. You know, not all games are going to be massively open. Some are on rails, that's how you move the story along. And as for side quests in this area, there's probably not too many. There's probably a few, which I missed, or didn't take. Obviously, you know what's going on right by now with side quests. Sorry if you heard that, that's my dog just scratching around in a bed because she's annoying and likes to make noise. If you didn't hear it, then bear in mind, I could hear it. So there was a dog scratching around in her bed because she's annoying. But we love her. So there we go. Right, so I make my way around here, get shot in the face by a mage, because that's what mages do, because mages are gits. And there it is, there's the red screen. I was like, am I going to die here? But no, luckily I managed to chug a load, but then I take another one to the face. It's painful. It's really painful. I was like, how close am I? So I think I actually use a load of bandages now. Get some more there. You know, I probably had loads of really good useful potions. I was like, oh, actually, I think it's here. So I got really lucky with that. And there it is. And we're on the way in. So I was fully expecting to get attacked by maybe big things here, and it was nothing but these little crawler things. I can't even remember what they're called now. Cave crawlers. These small cave crawlers. I was like, oh, fair enough. Knowing these things, though, they probably do so much damage, but I've never let them hit me. And I've actually been chased by one. I was trying to see. I was looking at the mini-map. It's the best thing to do in this game, I've noticed. If you think you've got aggro, look at the mini-map. Is there a red dot? If there's a red dot, it's probably something. Although after killing something, it takes a while for the red dot to disappear, as you can see from the mobs way back on the map. But this was a quick way to get to the keep. So I was trying to quick save. No, it's combat, so I'm just pressing the button a few times, going, come on, gotta wait for the corpses to disappear. So I'm like, come on, I just want a quick save, just want to be sure. There we go. You know, the game will probably quick save itself, but I just wanted to be sure that I would do it. And I was like, oh, how do I get through there? Yeah, there's a tiny lever on the wall which was very hidden. So I pull that, and I'm like, right, what am I gonna have? And I come out right behind the king, and here we are, cutscene.
This is getting silly. What are you doing here?
First, tell me, what are you doing in my fortress?
In your fortress?
The king's fortress. What is it you're doing here?
Looking for Daka.
You found her. What do you want from me?
You are Daka?
Yes, in Thorniara I am. Wait, Diego sent you, didn't he? What does he want?
Yes, this woman's got many names.
Zyra, Daka, whatever you're called. Diego needs you. He can prove his innocence to Lord Hagen.
It's impossible right now.
You can't leave Diego to rot just like that.
I've got no other choice. Hagen's missing.
Missing?
The fool marched out with our best troops to challenge Drurhong in the Bastion, and he hasn't returned.
Hagen is dead.
Or worse.
We'll see.
Do you mean to...
I'm sure we could all see where this was going the moment we heard it say, "Oh, this person's missing." Oh, for God's sake.
must go there. Take the bridge from the courtyard to the arena quarter. I'll have it open for you.
Can you see him?
So at this point, I probably should have activated the Mage's portal, which Doranis was chatting about. But I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about, oh, it must be nearly the end. It wasn't. I've still got an hour or so to go. But yeah, I should have activated the Mage portal. It was literally just back behind the throne, up in a side room. But I didn't, and I thought it was this one here, but I don't think it's this one here. But them's the breaks, eh? So I hit that and go, right, you said it was east. This is east-ish, so we're going to go down here. Okay, so we're going to search Drahang's Bastion, so some sort of keep or something that he's got down this way. I spend a lot of time running down this road, fighting these monsters constantly, and then I was like, oh, cool, what's this? Oh, it's Jilvi, who cares? Right. It's just for her Golding Arrowhead, but she's got out here before I did, so, you know, how did she get here? No idea. So I was like, oh, we're fighting bandits now. And he dodges my swings, my god. I think this is where I do take a few hits. I was like, okay, they're not too bad. Whenever I'm fighting something new, I don't know how hard they are until I've, you know, killed one in a few hits, just to see how many hits they take. If it's only a couple of hits, I'm generally happy. If it's loads of hits, I'm like, oh god, I don't want to get hit by this thing. There's, you know, there's probably an easy... Using power attacks is probably the best way of doing things. Probably using magic, a mix, you know, not just going one path, using a mix of everything. Well, first of all, I ran around here and I thought, okay, is this the bastion just hits this circle? There's no quest icon, but is this it? The answer is no. This is the arena. You'll be coming here later on, but this is the arena. So, yeah, don't even worry about it. Whatever. I think I try and get through the door, but notice it's not the right, it doesn't look like the right place. Here we go. These guys with two-handed swords, they do charge attacks. Gotta watch out for them. They do hurt. After this guy finishes dodging me, I cut him up and make him a bit hurting. I know that's not good English, but right now my brain's turning into mush. Anybody that knows me will know I have my own dictionary, the Dictionary of Borg. I make up words and they go into the Dictionary of Borg, therefore they are words. My old raiders knew that very well. So I'm like, okay, go to the east, find his bastion. So I was like, is this it? I look at the door and I go, this looks more like an arena type thing, circle. So I'm like, So I have a look around. I'm like, where does it say? It says just at the eastern gate. So I was like, maybe if I head east. But I'm like, this is as far east as I could get. So I'm like, we'll go down here. And yeah, it's down here. It's this sort of like keep thing looking place just here. And you can see the red ring on the minimap now. I'm like, okay. And that's where I attempted to use a corner of the building. But I'm getting my ass kicked by these guys. I think we might even see the the food thing, where I'm eating loads of food and it doesn't actually continue swinging. I think. Yeah, look, I'm spamming it there. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. Yeah. So be aware that is there, and it started doing it now. Maybe it's because I was eating that much cod in one go, stuffing fish in my face. Can you imagine a guy in real life eating like 50 pieces of cod in one go? And then continue swinging a two-handed sword? It just wouldn't happen. Just the mental image of that makes me chuckle. But here we are. Just come down here. This is obviously the right way. We're going to nip inside the keep. And it's not, you know, I think there's like one guard, two guards most guarding this guy. This guy that's fairly important. Just here, look. He's you can see him through there. I'm like, oh, okay, the door's locked. Must be a key somewhere on a guard. Let's find a guard. Oh, there's one. Kill the guard. Pretty sure he drops the key. So yeah, we'll go and open the door. We're going to open the door in the next part though, because this video is starting to approach the half-an-hour mark. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Just comment, like, subscribe. I mean, this game's not amazing. It's not super mainstream that most people are interested in watching, but it's what's being played for the Steamathon. So Steamathon's still on the go. Summer Steamathon. We'll see how much we can actually get through. But in the interim, next part will be up. I don't know if I'm going to do the commentary for the next part now. Might do. In which case, this video will be up. Well, this video is probably going to be up on the 30th. It'll be going up. The others will be shortly after that. Hope you like what you saw, guys. Join me for the next part, and I'll see you next time.